You roll a die twice. The sum of the outcomes is 6. What is the probability that the first roll was a 3? Okay, so let's take a look here. It says, so part A, the sum of 2 dice is 6. So what does that mean? What could have happened? What are the possibilities? Well, the possibilities would be you got a 5 on the first roll and a 1 on the second roll. Or here, let me just put the word or you got a 4 on the first roll and a 2 on the second. Or you got a 3 on the first roll and a 3 on the second. Or you got a 2 on the first, a 5 on the second, or a 1. Wait. Had to be 6. I just messed that up, huh? All right, let's go back here. This should be 4, and then or 1 and 5, right? So all those, I guess I don't really need these parentheses here. Here we go. Okay, so there's the various possibilities. You get a 5, 1, 4, 2, 3, 3, 2, 4, 1, 5 on the first and then second roll. This is the the first roll, second roll, first roll, second roll, etc. Going on through. So as you roll the 2 dice, you got a total of 6. So you rolled 2 dice, and the sum, they added up to be 6. So you had to either have one of these, 5 different things had to happen. Now, what's their question? What's the probability that the first roll was a 3? Well, there's 5 different things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different things that can happen. What's the chance that the first roll was a 3? That's just one of the 5 different things that could happen. Probability is 1 out of 5. See how I figured that out? Because again, if I know that I rolled a die twice and the sum was 6, that it was one of these 5 things that actually happened. And how many of those have the first roll being a 3? Only one of those 5 things have that being the case. Okay, so let's look at part B. What's now they're changing the story. For part B, they're saying the first outcome is a 3. What is the probability that the sum is 6? So the first outcome is a 3. So if you rolled 2 dice, that's the starting here. You rolled 2 dice. So roll 2 dice. And the first outcome is a 3. So you got a 3 on the first die. And then they're asking, what's the probability the sum is 6? Probability the sum of both equals 6, right? So you could, well, what are the possibilities again? So no, we always just list out the possibilities. You could get a 3 and then a 1, or a 3 and then a 2, or a 3 and then a 3, or a 3 and then a 4, or a 3 and then a 5, or a 3 and then a 6, right? Because they say you got a 3 on the first roll. The first outcome was a 3. You rolled 2 dice, and the first outcome was a 3. What's the probability the sum, the adding up of the 2 numbers, is 6? Well, what do these add up to be? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. That's the sum. So only this one would be that. What's the chance of that? 1 out of 6, right? Because the 6 different things that can happen. If your first outcome is a 3, that means one of these 6 different things happened. You got a 3 and then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. And among those, what's the probability that your sum is 6? Well, only the 3 would lead you to the sum of 6. Only one out of those 6 possible things would lead you to that sum.